Welcome back, everybody. We are the Rest of the Field. My name is Jason Gorman with Chris Weiler, Deke, and Ben Christensen coming to you on the weekend here with our weekend draft special. And we're just going to get right into it. And our weekend draft special this week is Best Cereal Draft. So we are going to draft, I guess, all-time cereals. I don't know that cereals really come and go all that often. So this is going to be, I guess, for some of us that don't eat cereal anymore, this might be a look back into our childhood, the cereals that we grew up eating, or for the ones that are still eating cereal from time to time, you may just look in your pantry and see what's there and hopefully snag some of those in your draft. This week's draft order is going to go Ben, then Deke, Chris, and then myself, and we were going to do our typical snake draft for 4 rounds. So any insights into this draft, anybody, as we get started here? Or I guess we'll do what we did in previous drafts, and Deke, Chris, and myself will just kind of throw out a guess as to what Ben might go with the number 1 pick.
Well, I don't see any R&B cereals out there, so I'm not
BB Mac Brothers.
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe Boys to Men was on the cover of Wheaties once, and so Ben really has a soft spot for Wheaties now.
I feel like if you watch a couple Seinfeld episodes, you look in Jerry's kitchen, you would see many options in this draft. He's a huge cereal eater.
I guess before we get started then too, who, Ben, are you currently eating cereal at all, time to time, or every day?
No, I have not had a bowl of cereal in probably about 5 years.
Okay, and do you remember maybe what that last bowl of cereal was?
I don't.
No. Okay, Chris, what about you? Are you currently eating cereal? Not like
weekly.
Right now, but weekly?
Weekly.
Okay,
Absolutely.
what are you eating?
Well, I don't want to give away some of my list, so I'm going to pull a Deke here.
Okay.
Not going to give too much away, but I mean a lot of unhealthy kid cereal.
Okay, so when we do draft those picks, just let us know that those are the ones that you're currently eating. And then, so Deke, are you currently eating cereal or no?
Yes, I eat cereal all the time. I am actually probably the Jerry Seinfeld of the group. I could eat cereal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And yet, Deke, just so everybody knows, Deke was the one that was wanting to do the cereal draft the least out of all of us. So that's right. Shocking to know that you eat a lot of it and have a lot of it.
I mean, I'll be 40 years old in 2 weeks, so I need all the fiber I can get.
We don't need to put an age on cereal.
Right.
No, I'm just saying I need the fiber.
Yeah, my old man, he still eats cereal. That's like dessert for him. After he'll have like a steak dinner, and then he'll follow it up with a bowl of cereal while he's watching whatever show he watches that night. I think it's a legend. It's a typical old man move, I guess, if you ask me. I suppose it depends on what cereal it is.
Yeah, that's true.
I think there are a lot of good ones.
So I guess nobody's throwing out any help to Ben on the number 1 pick, but
no.
But Ben, is it a short list for you at number 1? Do you know what you're going with? No question.
Yeah, I mean, I know what I'm going with. No question. There was about 3 of them that I would rank up there. I'm sure the other 2 aren't going to get back to me, but I'm going to go with Cinnamon Toast Crunch right off the board.
Okay. Cinnamon Toast.
I mean,
Crunch.
You put cinnamon in everything, and it's better. Much less.
That's in our cabinet. You can put 1 check mark. I think the top 6 or 7 might be some check marks here.
That is in ours as well. I will throw a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch together from time to time. Deke, is that in your pantry?
No.
Oh.
There isn't too much sweet in my pantry. It's all fiber, baby.
So Deke, should I just fiber 1 for the number 2 pick then?
No, I mean, I'm going to go with a pick that I need to try to get a victory on. So I'll go with Lucky Charms. I think that's a pretty popular cereal across the board. I think it's a great pick right there at the 2 slot.
That's an absolute check. That's my number 1.
Wow. Now, Chris, if that's your number one, are you an eat around? And okay, so there's a few different ways you could do it. Do you just eat it normal? Take what you can get on your spoonful. Do you pick out the marshmallows early, and then eat the rest of the bland cereal last, or vice versa, and then leave the marshmallows for last?
Very strategic, and I'm very consistent. I'll pour a bowl, and I add a couple with my fingers, add a little extra marshmallows that I'll trickle in on top, and then I'll pick out. Most of my bites won't have marshmallows, so the end, maybe 10 bites, are just milk and marshmallows. I'm like 7 years old.
I love it. There's nothing wrong with that. So, Chris, we are on you now, and the third pick in the draft. Sounded like you were pretty disappointed that Lucky Charms went to Deke. So, where are you going to pivot to for your pick?
I kind of thought those two would go 1 and 2. I was, just hoping one of them wouldn't, because the next 3 or 4 kind of rattle off. So we'll go Fruity Pebbles.
Wow. Okay, so just some insight for everybody else. We had some visitors yesterday. My wife had a friend over, and actually Ben and his fiance came over, and there were 2 separate visitors, right? And for each one, I kind of explained how we do the draft on our show, and said, let's take cereal, for instance, and we actually kind of threw together a rough draft type scenario to kind of teach not Ben's fiance and my wife's friend how these drafts work. And those 3 picks, the only one that was taken in the first 3 was Cinnamon Toast Crunch, was always taken number 1. But Lucky Charms and Fruity Pebbles were not the 2 and 3 or in any order after. There were some other cereals that went. So I'm a little shocked at this point. I just wanted to put that out there because now having back-to-back picks.
I was going Lucky Charms or Fruity Pebbles. It was the bounce back and forth. Those
Really?
Yeah.
For me, my first pick is going to be Fruit Loops, and I would take Fruit Loops over Fruity Pebbles just for the soggy factor. That Fruity Pebbles get soggy way too fast because they're just too thin.
You might be
and too
eating
small.
it wrong, but we can talk about that. We'll sidebar later.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I go with a little bit. I like a little bit more to my cereal. So very similar to Fruity Pebbles. I would say
pick.
exactly the same.
I'm
going Fruit Loops.
Well, number 1, you're probably putting too much milk in the Fruity Pebbles, but
yeah, and you always keep the box ready for reload because you only do half so then it doesn't get soggy, and then you reload when the milk is fresh.
Yeah, I like that. See, if I do have cereal, I do go heavy on the milk because I do like a full glass of milk to drink at the end of cereal milk. So I do go heavy, and that could be user error then on my end. So let's see here. So now I have the back-to-back. So I went Fruit Loops first. I think I know what I'm going to go with. I just want to make sure that I'm not leaving one out there. I think I'm going to go with the destroyer of all top-of-the-mouth cereals, and I'm going to go with Captain Crunch. And if you have eaten Captain Crunch, you know what I'm talking about. That will tear up the top of your mouth, but it is all worth it. I haven't had Captain. I haven't had Captain Crunch in years. It's been a long time. But I'm happy to have it on my team.
Was that one of your childhood cereals, Jason?
Oh yeah. Yep. Captain Crunch was a staple in the Gorman household growing up. So, Chris, it's back to you. Your second pick, 6th overall, second pick of the second round. Who are you going to go with?
We're going to have a lot of soggy complainers out on my team, but we're going to go with Frosted Flakes.
Oh, I actually left that one on the board because I was like, okay, these guys are going all sugary. Not that Frosted Flakes isn't sugary, but
sugary.
I thought that one might just last me. That's a good pick there. I'm Frosted Flakes is. See, Deke, that's like right up your alley. little sugar, but still kind of an old man. You know, it's just Wheaties basically.
Yeah, I don't mind Frosted Flakes, but
The only one
don't
Deke
have it in my
hasn't
cupboard.
isn't eating is Captain Crunch so far. If I had to make a guess.
No, there isn't actually a single one picked yet. It's in the cupboard on a
Yeah,
regular basis.
we haven't. Nobody's picked grape nuts or regular Raisin Bran without the crunch. So actually, well, that'll take us to Deke. So Deke, you gonna go one in your own pantry, or you still going kid
I
cereal?
will go one in my own pantry, and you did just mention it because I think it's a classic cereal and it's a sporting cereal, and we're going with Wheaties. Also, my all-time favorite cereal, me personally.
Plain?
Plain Wheaties. My wife says
That's-
it tastes like a cardboard box.
Yeah,
But
that is
my thing,
really disgusting.
Couldn't do that. Nope.
No, you gotta go spoonfuls of sugar on top of that.
no sugar, no way.
You gotta go. Is it Mary Poppins? You gotta go spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down there.
Multiple packets.
Yes. Wow, interesting. Deke goes Wheaties. So Ben, you got back-to-back picks now, 8 and 9 picks. Give me your 8 pick, and then we'll show the board for everybody to see.
All right.
Ben,
I was
did
hoping
anybody
Captain
steal?
Crunch.
Oh yeah, I wasn't letting that fall to you.
Yeah. I thought it might be too low on some people's boards, but that was one of my favorites.
Well, Deke should have done you a favor by taking Wheaties off the board so early.
He did. That wasn't on my list, but now it's just a matter of what I do here. I'm going to do Honey Smacks. That was one of my favorites growing up.
Okay. Honey Smacks. Is that just so I have it spelled right? Is it just this, the normal spelling of honey and smacks?
Yeah. Yep. Wasn't it Smacks
Honey?
the Frog? Was their guy?
Yep.
He was the best.
Was he the best, Ben?
Yeah. He was.
All right, so that's how the board looks. Ben with Cinnamon Toast Crunch and now Honey Smacks. And Deke, Lucky Charms and Wheaties. Chris has Fruity Pebbles and Frosted Flakes. And I have Fruit Loops and Captain Crunch. I like how everything's turning out so far. So we'll see how the next 2 rounds play out. Ben's going to lead us off. And that's going to go to Deke, Chris, then myself. And then I will snake it back. And we will end on Ben to finish everything out. So with that, Ben, do you know where you're going with your 3rd pick then?
I'm going to go a little healthier, though not much healthier because it's still cereal. I'm going to go Raisin Bran. Something with some bran in it.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to let you change it, but the question I have is why not Raisin Bran Crunch, which is by far the superior of the Raisin Bran family.
I like Raisin Bran. I don't know. Name recognition. Who knows?
Yeah, it's still Raisin Bran. It's just they have the clusters that add some more sweetness to it. Because Raisin Bran is essentially worse Wheaties with some raisins thrown in.
That's okay.
Probably more fiber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to keep the colon clean.
Wow. So Deke, is that a pantry of your or a pantry item of yours, Raisin Bran?
No, I hate raisins, so no chance there. Raisins, I think, are kind of yucky, but
Are you a grape fan?
I like grapes, yeah.
But not raisins. Okay. Not that you can't like one and dislike the other. It's just interesting.
Green grapes.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
So is everybody else okay? I'll put that one down. Honey Nut Cheerios. With Ben's pick, would you have gone Raisin Bran or anybody else in the same boat as me with the Raisin Bran Crunch?
I'm ready to get my card in. I'm very pumped with these last 2 picks, maybe even last 4. This has been fantastic for me and you, Jason.
I just want to know if anybody else is on my side or if people are on Ben's side of the Raisin Bran debate.
I wasn't even aware that there was a Raisin Bran Crunch, so I guess I can't really speak on that.
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough.
What
Chris
was Ben's?
He took Raisin Bran and not Raisin Bran.
And then, oh yeah, what was Deke?
Honey
What did
Nut
you take?
Cheerios.
Okay.
Plus, the little bee is very much a rival to the Honey Smacks frog.
Heartfelt
Yeah,
cereal right there,
This
D.
is fantastic. We're gonna go Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Reese's Peanut Puffs, whatever they're called.
Yeah, you can't take candy bars in the cereal draft.
Yeah, that's
Reese's
also
Puffs.
Reese's Puffs.
candy bar cereals are a gimmick, but that's just
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I'm not as big a fan on the candy bar cereals.
Or like the Oreo cereals. Nah.
Yeah, they end up being like way too like heavy in the candy, whatever they're trying to mimic the flavor of. And they don't even leave you with a good milk at the end, a good cereal milk, I feel like.
I got a feeling that Ben is a chocolate milk cereal eater.
Wait, people put chocolate milk in their cereal?
Yeah.
Whoa. This is mind-blowing to me. I've never heard,
What?
honestly, I've never heard of that.
Really?
Has anybody else heard of people putting chocolate milk in their cereal?
I've
You
heard
gotta
of chocolate
dabble a
cereal.
little bit. You gotta dabble. It's very tasty.
With what cereal? What's the combination that you need chocolate added to it?
Well, anything that's vanilla.
What
Cereal?
vanilla? What vanilla cereal are you eating?
Well, there's vanilla rice checks. There's
Okay, like normal cereal that people that don't need help pooping need.
Something to double up, like a Cocoa Crisps or something
Yeah.
like that. They put it in their Cocoa Puffs.
Go double chocolate.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow. That is mind blowing to me. I
Rice
can't think of a
Krispies?
cereal. I can't think of a cereal that, I mean, it makes sense that you say that. I've just it's never even crossed my mind to, hey, you know what would make this better? Is putting in chocolate milk.
I say you
So has
try it.
anybody done it?
Not
Yeah.
recently. One time younger. A couple times maybe.
Chris and Decaf, Ben, you haven't?
No, that is not something that even seems like I would want to try it.
I don't get that. It's
I'm
just
with
milk. It's just chocolate milk.
It seems odd to me. It seems sacrilegious.
Yeah. Chocolate
Like,
ice
it's
cream.
not-
Terrible.
Cereal is meant to be
Tip of vanilla.
like I would put chocolate milk ahead of the people who I hear drink cereal with water. I think that's completely stupid. But
I'm out on that.
yeah.
Yeah, those are not the people we're having this draft for. They're not eating any of these cereals.
That's a food competition. No, that's not.
That's the next step beyond Deke's Pantry
I've
in
also-
terms of
I've
the
also
people that
had
eat-
Cheerios with warm milk.
what?
Can we
Yeah,
move on before I get
We just lost a viewer.
You put the Cheerios and you put it in the microwave for maybe like 15 seconds. And then you eat it. It's great.
Oh my God! No.
It's a warm
No.
milk that's not bad milk.
No, dude.
Throw
It's fine.
off.
Bad sales
Didn't
job.
I didn't expect you guys to agree with me, nor do I care. Just saying I've eaten that.
I'm trying to think of who I want for my last two picks, and now I don't even know if I want to do this anymore. This is revolting.
I told you
Started
guys I'm
with
the
chocolate
cereal
milk.
guy of the whole group.
Which I could get my mind around the chocolate milk thing, but oh my God, now we got water and we have warm milk. We have microwaved cereal with the milk in it. Oh
No.
my!
Yeah,
I
at what
still got-
point did you decide, hey, I'm gonna warm up this milk and then have some cereal with it?
This is
Huh?
too cold. Let me heat it up a bit. Oh
just-
my Lord!
You have to try it. Have an open mind, guys.
Absolutely not. Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I know the to try to get us back on track. The route that I want to go here with my last two picks, I'm going to give one, and then or no, I'm not going to give one. I'm going to Gonna do both. We'll show the board after the final pick. Yeah, man, it's still like in my head because now every cereal I think about, I'm thinking of them with these different liquid options, and it's just disgusting.
It's only with Cheerios. That's it. No other cereal.
All right, with the 12th pick, so last pick of the third round, I'm going to go with Cocoa Puffs. Nobody had picked Cocoa Pebbles, but I'm going to go with Cocoa Puffs, and same philosophy there as the Fruity Pebbles to Fruit Loops, just a little more substance to the cereal as opposed to the flatness of the pebble. I think it's cocoa spelled the normal way. I'll have to look that one up. And then
it's COCOA, correct.
Which is okay. COCO.
A.
Hey, what?
COCOA.
Oh, there is an A at the end. Okay, so I did have it right. All right, so then with my last pick, I just got to make sure this is the route I want to go. There's some good ones left out there.
Any that it comes down to? I have
Apple
3 on my
Jacks.
list. Okay.
Apple Jacks is there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go. Raisin Bran Crunch would have been one of my picks, but I don't think it's a big enough differentiator from Ben's Raisin Bran to pick.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I can rule that one out. Golden Grams is there. Golden Grams is a good one. I think, and you know, there's kind of a dark horse in Life. I think Life is kind of a sneaky good cereal.
Don't worry.
Just enough. Yeah, it's got just enough cinnamon to make it good, and you know, the same as what Ben was saying, put cinnamon on anything. I think I'm just going to go with Apple Jacks. I'm going to go with kind of the nostalgic pick and the name recognition there. So that rounds my squad out. I like how that looks, which will take us to Chris with the 14th pick, his last pick overall. Chris, where are you going to go?
Yep, Jace, that's a good pick there. I think you named off a couple there. You also have Tricks. Sometimes people go with those. Not as popular now. Maybe the other one that's still a dark horse for me is Corn Pops. Every once in a while, I do like that. But I'm going to go Golden Grams.
Okay.
So basically, good luck, Jason, this week. It's against me and you. Love our cereal cupboards. So,
Christian,
well done.
Throwing out shots, some shade on these other teams. I mean, I agree 100%.
If you open our cupboards and see those 4 cereals, you're very happy you're staying at our house.
Yes, you know? That's breakfast, lunch, dinner, easy, and dessert.
Well, you gotta hope you have a following of 5 to 10-year-olds.
Well, you know,
or not people that need a lot of fiber.
Yeah, I don't think anybody in here. See, even the people that need all the fiber in their diet, they wish they were eating these other cereals. They don't want to be eating Fiber One and whatever it is. Help you poopos. I don't know what they're called.
That is not true whatsoever.
So, Deke, you have one more pick left on your squad. Are you going with regular cornflakes or what?
Regular Cheerios.
In warm milk. No, but I do love Life cereal. It's in my top 5 cereals, but I'm going to leave it off the board, and I'm taking Frosted Mini Wheats.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it is a good one, and that to me is one that I like. And to be honest, I don't like it as a cereal. I like it as just something you grab as like a handful for a snack dry. I don't need milk with it. It's just kind of like I guess you could call it a healthy snack from time to time. So I like
Agreed.
frosted mini wheats. Good pick there for Deke to round out his squad. So the last pick overall is going to be Ben here with the 16th pick overall. And Ben, did we name the one that you're going to go with, or were you going a different route until you heard us name?
I was hoping Golden Grams were going to fall.
Okay.
No one. Yeah, Golden Grams were where I was wanting.
Nobody named one that really stuck out as, okay, that's a good substitute.
I mean, Trix was on my list. I know that was one that was always decent growing up. Lots of different flavors, colors, eyes.
Poor man's Fruit Loops and Fruity Pebbles.
I just keep watching
colors,
Deke's screen, and because Deke is wearing all blue, his background is really struggling to know if there's a person there, and he keeps disappearing from time to time. Go ahead, Ben. Sorry.
That's all right. I'm going to go with Count Chocula. Nice little combo of chocolate and marshmallow.
What was that?
What?
Did anybody else hear that?
It sounded like a background noise from somewhere.
Is Deke rolling out his sound effects?
No, there's kids in the yard, so that could have been it. They slammed the door. Little play date going on.
Get on your
here.
megaphone and tell them to get off the lawn.
Get off my lawn.
No,
man, I'm almost 40. Let's
go
see
make
here.
me a
So
bowl of
this
Wheaties.
is. Yeah. I'll be in the bathroom. Make me a bowl of Wheaties. help your old man out. So that's how the board lays out. Ben going with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Honey Smacks, Raisin Bran, Count Chocula. Jake going with Lucky Charms, Wheaties, Honey Nut Cheerios, Frosted Mini Wheats. Chris has Fruity Pebbles, Frosted Flakes, Reese's Puffs, Golden Grams, and I had Fruit Loops, Captain Crunch, Cocoa Puffs, and Apple Smacks. I can't read my Apple Jacks. Sorry, the little camera screen was right in front there. So that's how everything finished up. Does anybody, like usual, like anybody else's team? I think Chris was right. I think we do have the advantage just looking at our teams overall on the end here, Chris and I. I think go ahead.
I think Chris has a good team besides Reese's Puffs, and I think you have a great team besides Cocoa Puffs. So your puffy sides, your guys' puffies are.
I had to get a chocolate in there.
Yeah.
Right.
No, hey,
Correct.
it's fine. That's just what I think about. I think you guys' puffies might weigh you down. Could be wrong.
I think Deke's Wheaties pick could have been a good 15th pick.
There's a lot of wheat. Like you got the honey nut, you got the frosted mini wheat, you got the Wheaties. I think he's gonna go to a specific crowd, so he can get the votes, but definitely a crowd.
Yeah. He's looking for some bland cereal eaters, and hoping that they unite.
We're looking for the sugars. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the cereals that everybody likes.
Yeah.
And then Ben's isn't bad. I don't know that Count Chocula was the way to go with the last pick. I think
we should all name a snub. One each guy names one snub that we felt.
All right, start us off.
I'm saying Rice Krispies. Man, I know it's bland again, but it's a classic cereal. And you talked about, you guys said you got to load the sugar into Wheaties. For me, that's the one you got to load the sugar in. But when you do, it's dynamite, and it makes a little noise.
When you load the sugar into the Rice Krispies, there's not as much for it to fall onto, so you end up with very sugary milk at the end. I mean, like you could eat spoonfuls of milky sugar.
Great.
Yeah, which is great. I think had you picked Rice Krispies and had two cereals that you have to add additional sugar to, And which is ultimately why I wouldn't have picked it, because if you have to add additional sugar to it, it's just not that good of a cereal.
I think Rice
Iconic.
Krispies is a snub.
I will take a Rice Krispie treat over Rice Krispie the cereal.
It's my snub, okay? All right.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. You know what? You and Dave can harass me on Twitter. You guys, you and your little cronies that like to hate on me. That's fine. I'll take the internet bullying. I'm man enough. Big Dave Steinbach always coming after me, throwing shade my way. Chris, what is your snub?
I mean, it's automatic Tricks. We got me and you got the fruities in there. They missed out on a little bit of the fruity, something that's gonna trick it up. Like if this was think of it as a bev cart coming down the aisle of airplane, and you saw these 4 options, you'd be very disappointed in Honey Smacks Raisin Bran Count Chocula combos, huh?
I would be disappointed in that, but
I think had Ben gone Tricks instead of Count Chocula, that would have been a nice little foursome.
Yeah.
So Ben, with that all said, what's your snub? Ben's crying, I think.
Yeah.
He realizes all 3 of those are actually better than his 4 right now.
And it's okay. It's cereal.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch will carry the day.
So what's your snub?
The best. I probably would have said Tricks or Rice Krispies.
Oh.
So your answer is the last 2 answers? You can't come up with a unique one?
You gotta have a different snub.
I don't have a third one. Nope. Nope.
Okay, let me pick one for you.
Go ahead.
We'll say
there's only 2 left. It's Life or Corn Pops.
No,
I didn't eat either of those, so I wasn't gonna.
I'm saying Kicks.
All right, maybe another sugar ad.
Another bland cereal for the old man. Oh goodness.
Honey Bunches of Oats. Honey Bunches of Oats. I
think Geek's just hungry right now. It's probably his second round of cereal that he needs before his dessert cereal to get his late day movement.
Honey Bunches of Oats, top 15, 16 cereals.
Well, I think the fact that Fruity Pebbles went in the first round and Cocoa Pebbles didn't go at all is kind of shocking to me. I wasn't going to pick either of the Pebbles, but the fact that the partner, the sister cereal to Fruity Pebbles, didn't get picked. I mean, even Ben's pick of Count Chocula on the same scale, minus the marshmallows, is, Cocoa Pebbles. So my snub would have been Life. I mean, that was the one that was right there for me. If I didn't take Apple Jacks, I would have taken Life. I think Life is just a sneaky cereal, but I didn't want one that appeared bland. I don't want people associating Life with Chex, and something that you typically use to make a snack, not to make actual cereal, to make a trail mix or whatever people use Chex for. So.
I mean, my takeaway on this is I am bland. I love Chex. I love Crispix. Those are just great.
Those are awful. I never want to eat breakfast at your house.
Deke, I'll still come over. Lucky Charms, I'll be there every time, buddy.
I'm just not eating breakfast.
Honey Nut Cheerios are good.
They are. So we have 3 cereals in our house, and they are Honey Nut Cheerios, Fruit Loops, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So I'll give you Honey Nut Cheerios. I could eat that.
Okay, good.
Ben, you've been pretty quiet. We've been hating, or I guess I've been hating on your team a little bit. Mainly just the Count Chocula pick. Are you doing okay over there?
Yeah, I'm okay.
This has shades of the football draft where Ben had the number 1 pick and he had a good squad, and then ruining it with his 3rd and 4th picks where he could have gone Raisin Bran Crunch, went Raisin Bran, and could have gone with any of these snubs and went Count Chocula.
Yeah, still, but nobody took Raisin Bran Crunch. Could have been just because I had the Raisin Bran, but wasn't that half the point? Maybe, I don't know. I think
Is that the point of your
Chocula-
pick?
Yeah,
I think nobody would have even thought of taking regular Raisin Bran had you taken Crunch. The thought was there for me to take Raisin Bran Crunch, but I wasn't going to essentially double up on the name. But it was still a valid option. I don't think you can reverse it and go the other way had you taken the correct Raisin Bran.
Is it just a little baffling to me that you took Honey Smacks and Raisin Bran over Golden Grams and Apple Jacks and kind of a number of other ones that are left out there? Not bad cereals, but just
I think Honey Smacks would have lasted. I think that's one that could have been a 3rd or 4th round pick for Ben.
He liked the frog. He liked the frog.
He did.
That's
He
true.
did.
Yep.
He did.
It's interesting. I guess we'll see how it all plays out. We'll have this draft result up on Twitter with the poll involved, like we do with all of our drafts, and you can find that at @rest_field and shoot it out to some of your friends. Let's get some more votes on this. People that eat a lot of cereal, and I guess if the old man clan out there wants to send it out to all their buddies to help Deke get some votes. I think this will be a tough one for him to send out to everybody like he typically does to try to get votes for himself, because I think so many people will disagree with his lack of flavor in his squad. So we'll have this up on our Twitter. I'll try to put together some Instagram posts as well. So you can, again, find that at @rest_field on Twitter, the Rest of the Field on Instagram. You're watching this on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. Give us some likes, give us that love. And with that, we'll wrap it up. We are the Rest of the Field, coming to you on the weekend draft. My name is Jason Gorman with Chris Weiler, Deke, and Ben Christensen. Thanks for tuning in. Catch us with our midweek episode. Follow us however you can. Give us some love out there. Thanks for following us, and we're out.